Hello, my lovely, lovely Leos. Thank you so much for tuning into your May reading with me, Lorien. It's an absolute pleasure to bring you this reading, and I've just noticed that I haven't put the rune back from the last reading, so I'm just going to do that first. Okay, so as you may know, I'm going to pull a rune at the end, but also use 4 of these cards from Taramuka by Lo Scarabeo. And this is going to be a general reading for Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. As always, as you may have seen on various other readings, if you do feel that you have another message to come through, it may be on another aspect of your astrological chart. And also some people have said that they look to their Venus sign for their love reading, so it could be there as well. Now what I do is I do not focus on any particular area. These are the general energies that are coming through for every single sign, well, every individual sign. And it's not necessarily, this is a love reading. It's just, I tell it as I come. Okay. But if you would like a private reading with me about something specific, you can always head to my website, and as soon as the PayPal receipt comes through, I put you straight into the queue, and that's fine. Or just get in touch with me if you can't quite find what you want. Also, if you want the additional readings that I do on YouTube, they are only available through Patreon, and they're posted there. So if you would like to look at that, just go to the Patreon page below, and all the details on how to become a supporter that way from as little as $1 are there. So let's see, and thank you to everybody who's currently a Patreon. I mean, I don't have that many, but what I do have, I truly, absolutely value you. So thank you so much for giving me that little boost every month, just to help continue this channel, basically, because it's very, very good support for me. Alright, so let's see what Leo has to come. The lion in all its glory, in all its wonderful, cuddly glory. Oh, and then we have Le Devil. Is that devil? I'm never too sure which one that is. I'm very confused about that one. Okay. Wow. Wow. You have a brilliant reading. Despite what that one is, you do actually have a very good reading. Let's see. By the way, if you do hear some meows or purrs of our own little Leo, one of my cats is currently asleep next to me, but he may wake up at any time. So let's have a look and see. There's an exposure this month. There's a vulnerability, a nudity, if you will, to this month. It's almost like you're exposed against the elements, and you're very much kind of, I don't know, not grasping at straws came to me, but I don't think that is the right term for what I'm seeing. My feeling is that within this, you're very much trying to achieve something for yourself. You're very much trying to be your wholehearted, honest to God self and live your truth. That is what I feel this month. You're very much trying to leave anything that doesn't serve you, or you may have already left a situation or a person or something that no longer serves you. And now you're thinking, okay, it's almost like I'm getting reborn from this, almost like you're washing everything away from your old life and you're actually ready to step about on the next one now. It's almost as though within this, it's almost like you've come out of a rainstorm and now you're stepping into a new life. And we are in a universal year 1, so you know that could work out for the next 9 years of your life. I also feel that this is very personal to you. It's not just spiritual, it's something very personal journey to you. And I feel as though you will need strength to have that experience. You will definitely need that sort of push that will bring you forwards and actually get you over the certain kind of state that you may be in, because this to me is saying that you're ready for a change, you're ready for a renewal, but I think you have to just maybe disregard some things you've learnt the hard way in order to see how you can benefit yourself going forwards, if that makes sense. It's kind of like go into things with eyes wide open, but also have a determined kind of look about yourself and maybe think of things a little bit differently. And I also feel that, sorry, I did just have to pause because there was a noise next door and it was bleeding through. It does feel like there's something that's very important here for you to maybe commit to a new path. It's almost like your soul itself is changing inwardly, and it needs to change on the outside as well now. So for instance, if the people around you are not matching how you feel inside, that will have to change. If your job, if your career, if your situation is not matching how you feel inside, you're going to have to start now bringing this out into the open. So this is the Lover's card. Number 6, I should have looked at the number. So with strength then, the lovely lion, sometimes you see the woman is actually pressing the doors closed, or there's something, like taming the lion here, already tamed, already very much betrothed almost, and in kind of a wonderful connection with each other. So this is kind of you and your strength, you and your kind of maybe beastly side, if you will, that gives you this kind of connection to nature. This is kind of you being told that you can explore this almost like tribal knowing. Like if you rewound several centuries and just went back to where we were just very basic, instinctive, intuitive people, this is kind of what's coming through you now. This is your base DNA, ancestral DNA coming up, and it's very deep, and I feel you have to wash this through you. And I think that we've ignored it for too long, a lot of us, because it's like all the technology and all this kind of other stuff that we're kind of ignoring what's coming up through the world itself. And I think this is kind of you being aware of that now. And this, with the Lovers, I do feel that it's saying that you can make choices, you can decide, but even though you're watched over by spirit, they can't really say to you or dictate what you choose. They can advise you what you choose, but they can't really dictate which path you go on. So choose wisely, basically, because one could lead you to fire, one could lead you to promise, and that's basically something that I think you need to use your intuition for, which is why you're kind of being reborn, in order to use your intuition. Plan, plan, plan. That's what they just said to me. You can't just say, right, I'm going to quit this and then go dee and expect somebody else to start paying your rent for you and start, I'm just going to wing it with, as much as that's wonderful to an idea, it doesn't work in this world as it is now. You can't just up sticks to move to another farm and expect everything to work out. And I think it's limiting in a way for that. But if you do want to move on, you will. If you do want to have this new beginning, you will. It's just about making sure what you leave behind is enough, so you keep, basically what you leave behind is what you need to leave behind, and you keep what is enough to take with you, so you can actually use that experience to make the next steps. It seems like a very intricate message that they're giving me, but I kind of understand what it means. It's kind of like spring cleaning, get everything out, all the junk that you don't use, maybe having like one white shirt, one black shirt, the essentials basically with you. You don't need so many things in your life, but you do need a sense of order, and I think that's basically what's coming through. And this as well, she brings order. The Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles is basically saying, Leo, you need order. You need to be very much a kind of staple person. I feel that she's mostly relating to house issues, but I do feel that you're going to get that sorted. She seems to be quite a noble woman, and the image that I'm getting from her is saying, look, you just need to carve the path that's right for you, but make sure it's out of stone and not mud and water. Make sure that whatever you're wanting to do is something that you can fall onto with both feet. Because I don't, for instance, I'm just going to go here and I'm going to expect everything to work out for me. That's not going to work. You need to plan, you need to research, you need to do stuff, and that's what she's telling you. You can't just like move to, I don't know, Australia and then think, okay, well, I don't have a job, but I will find somewhere. And you can't rely on that. That's too much luck. And I don't see the Wheel of Fortune here. So you may need to just have a little bit of a think about where you want to go. But this is new beginning. This is a very good, fresh start. And I'm really excited for you, Leo. So let's see. I'm going to choose a rune, but I always do so with my eyes closed. So, what we doing, Leo? Right, this one. Hey! Hagalas. This is basically nature, wrath of nature sometimes. Truth, tests, trials. Sometimes it can be, if it was like that, although it's kind of the same either way, really, isn't it? Basically, whichever way you look at it, it can be a bit of loss as well, a bit of sickness. They don't want you to jump from the frying pan into the fire. They don't want you to, with this new beginning, just kind of throw it away down a river and just go, take me, without any direction. Sometimes putting faith in the universe and saying, yep, take me where you need me to be, is fine, but you need to pay attention to the signs, symbols, and listen to what they're saying and do what they're saying, rather than just expecting spirit to work it out for you or go on the job sort of thing. I think this is basically saying watch out wherever you are, because nature will throw some curveballs at you. For instance, I'm just gonna think it's a wonderful day tomorrow. I'm gonna just kind of go out on a stroll, and then there's a thunderstorm. It can be that simple, but it can also be the bigger version of that. So I think that just pay attention to your surroundings. Pay attention to what your instinct and your intuition is telling you. Pay attention to what things are coming through in general for you. And I don't think that you'll have too far to go wrong, basically. I mean, what are you planning on doing in May? Is there anything that you really want to start again, or is there something that you're kind of thinking about changing? Do let me know. I always love to hear from you, and I really would appreciate, you commenting. And always, I love when you are able to kind of share stories. It's great. But also, thank you for subscribing, liking, sharing, and also those of you who are on Patreon with me. Again, if you want to get the access to the additional readings, click on the link below. And if you'd like a personal reading with me, I am available, so go on there and check which reading you would like. But in the meantime, this just seems incredible for you. I really do wish you the best of luck, and I hope to speak to you all in June.